Hey, it's Cashflow Mike. Good morning. I've got to tell you, good things happen all the time, all around us. And I got a call last night from a friend that I hadn't talked to in a year or two. He'd been quiet, kind of dark, kind of quiet. And I would be too, right? I would be too if I had his story. It was fantastic to hear from him. But let me tell you, in 6 years, the guy went from just working a job to having multiple millions of dollars in his bank account, right? That's the story. But it doesn't get there that easy, right? It's 6 years worth of grind. It's 6 years worth of work. There was turmoil in his personal life. There was turmoil in the business. At one point in time, they were down to $6,000 in their bank account, right? $6,000. You got to remember, this guy just set out when he left his job. He just set out to say, "Hey, I want $1 million in revenue. That's all I want." Well, once he hit the $10 million mark, he thought he'd made it, right? He thought he'd made more than his wildest dreams when he set out to have, just $1 million in revenues, maybe 1,000 customers. He would have been happy with that. But 18,000 customers, $10 million later, the guy's life changed around, right? You got to go back to that one moment where I say, hey, if there's no pressure, there's no diamonds, right? No pressure, no diamonds. His one critical moment was down to $6,000, getting all the advice from the board, or it was time to shutter the doors, and he refused. He refused to shutter those doors. He just waited. Really, it only took him one day. He waited one day, and $30,000 walked right into the door just because they grind and they push and they move forward into 6 years later. Fast forward to 6 years later, being bought out by a larger corporation or a larger company for money way more than he ever expected his company to be valued at. So congratulations to him, but it just tells me that when you're more blessed, you also have less stress. Right? So more blessed, less stress. Anyway, keep up the good work. If you're a business owner out there and you're down and you're feeling it right now, keep pushing on. If you think you've got it, if you think you can do it, if you think all the signs are pointing to this thing's going to hit, find a way. I implore you to find a way. This is Cashflow Mike, and this is today's Pelotalk.